Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of DLB TV. I'm going to be your host in this episode. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about the importance of backwards compatibility and whether or not it's important to me. All that and more after the break.
You guys are tuned into DLB TV.
Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So, backwards compatibility, is it important? Is it not important? To me personally, let me let you know, I 100% feel that backwards compatibility is important to me. Now, a lot of people are saying that, oh, backwards compatibility is important. When I update it from my PS2 to the PS3 or my Xbox to the Xbox 360, I never play my Xbox games anymore, or I never played any of my PS2 games anymore. But see, here's the difference. The PlayStation 2 and the original Xbox were not internet-ready consoles. They had online gaming, but they weren't as heavy internet-ready as these two consoles are. And I say that because you weren't downloading DLC on those prior consoles. You weren't downloading PSN titles. You weren't downloading games from your Xbox Live Arcade or from the Xbox Marketplace. So that's the difference. So we weren't as heavily invested in the PlayStation 2 and the original Xbox as we are now with the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. I mean, if you got Rock Band gear, Guitar Hero gear, DJ Hero gear, I mean, that's a lot of peripherals. If you have SingStar, like, those are a lot of peripherals that we've invested in, let alone games. So I feel that backwards compatibility is very incremental in these next-gen consoles, especially with the content that we've downloaded. Now let's really dig deep here. I really want to focus in on Sony, because I truly feel that Microsoft will have some sort of backwards compatibility. I definitely think your digital content will be backwards compatible. But again, until they confirm that, for right now, we don't know what Microsoft's going to do. But Sony, on the other hand, the rumors are that Sony won't support the cell processor anymore. And that's what every single game is built on. So if every single game is built on the cell processor and they take the processor out of the equation, then what does that mean? You got it. That means no backwards compatibility at all. That means all those disc-based games you bought, that means all that digital content you have is all gone. Now, some people are saying, well, they may use Gaikai to basically protect people with backwards compatibility. Well, some people say streaming is ready, or that the internet is ready for streaming games. Some people are saying the internet isn't ready for streaming games. But the thing is, me being a gamer, how do I know for a fact? Because I'm curious to hear how all my digital content now goes over to Gaikai. Like, how is that going to work into the equation? So as of right now, the cell processor is not supposed to be in the next PlayStation console. So again, if retail-based games aren't backwards compatible, I still don't like it, but I can deal with that. But what I'm not understanding is games that we have downloaded digitally, how can that not be backwards compatible? How can it not? Now, a lot of people, they'll say, well, you can always keep your console, or you could take your console and put it in another room. But again, it's all about convenience. And if you don't believe me, I guarantee you there's been more people this generation who have turned their console on from their controller rather than getting up and turning on their console from the console itself. So it's all about convenience, it's all about the experience, and that's what they're trying to deliver to the consumer. Me, you, people who have invested in their product. So why would I want to put my PlayStation in another room, and then anytime I want to go play it, I got to go to that room instead of, it's too much. And I don't want to keep it in the same entertainment system with the new one. It's just, when I see PlayStation on the product, Sony has taught me from owning the original PlayStation forward that if it says PlayStation, just know it'll work. With the PlayStation 1, all my PlayStation 1 games worked on my PlayStation 2. Well, PlayStation 2 games, when the PlayStation 3 originally launched, those games worked on my PlayStation 3. And then all of a sudden, it was gone. So, and you know, I understand that, well, it was due to them having to cut costs, this, that, and the other. Why the hell did you guys have so many damn memory cards in the system in the first place? Like, who needed the memories, the SD cards, and for what? You had the USB slot. It was like Sony just did too much. And it's okay, but that's in the past. Now we're talking about the present, and the present is these next-gen consoles that are coming out this year. Will they be backwards compatible? And to me, it's very important that at least the digital content be backwards compatible. But here's where I feel that Sony and Microsoft are hurting themselves by not coming out early and letting us know if it's backwards compatible or not. Because people like me, I won't buy Gears of War, God of War, Grand Theft Auto, because I don't know if I buy these games if they're going to be backwards compatible. So why would I waste money that I can save for these new consoles instead of buying these games? Because I don't know if they're, again, I don't know if it's going to be backwards compatible or not. And that's even with the digital content. So for me, I have actually officially stopped supporting current gen consoles. Thank God I have GameFly for the time being. Oh, God, GameFly is amazing. So I'll still be playing Gears, I'll still be playing God of War and The Last of Us and Grand Theft Auto and the rest of the great games that are coming out this last year. But the thing is, those games won't be getting bought by me, and I know I'm not the only person in the world who feels this way. So if you have people who aren't going to invest anymore because they don't know whether your console is going to be backwards compatible or not, I definitely think that's something that you might want to bring up sooner than later. But again, that's my take on it, guys. Leave me a comment in the comment section. What's you guys' take on this? Is backwards compatibility important to you? Let me give you one more reason why backwards compatibility is important to me before we head out. So let's take the PlayStation 3 and the next PlayStation. And let's say somebody I know goes out and they buy a PlayStation and they happen to have a multiplayer game that works on the PlayStation. Well, I actually own that same exact game, but it was digital. And they're not supporting backwards compatibility, so now I can't go and talk with this person, or I can't play this game with this person because I lost it because Sony didn't offer backwards compatibility. It's things like that. Things like that is what matters to me as a gamer. So, again, I know some people may not care. I care. I know there's other gamers out there that do care. But let me know in the comment section. Do you care? Do you not care? Why do you guys think backwards compatibility is important, and why do you guys feel it is not? Make sure you guys check out the podcast, DLB-Network, on iTunes. Make sure you also check out the website, DLB-network.com. Follow me on Twitter, @DLB23. And we also have our applications in the Android and the iOS marketplace. So check us out. Until the next video, you guys have a good one. Peace.